बनी हूँ मैं शानदार बड़ा फनी, प्ले स्टेशन का सच्चा दीवाना हूँ मैं जी। विघ्नेश करता है शैतानी दिन भर, पर कितना क्यूट बिना डर।
खेलों की दुनिया में खो जाते हम, सपनों में भी जब उड़ते हम, मस्ती भरे ये दिन रातें, एक दूजे का साथ यूं निभाते।
प्ले स्टेशन है दिल का राजा, विघ्नेश के बिना सब सूना लगता। शैतानी और मस्ती का मेल, घूमता फिरता प्यारा ये खेल। प्ले स्टेशन है दिल का राजा, विघ्नेश के बिना सब सूना लगता। शैतानी और मस्ती का मेल, घूमता फिरता प्यारा ये खेल। समोसा खाते खिलाते, हंसी के कहा के साथ में लगाते। बनी और विघ्नेश की है जोड़ी, मजे से छलकती है प्याली।
प्ले स्टेशन पर बढ़ता जोश, हार जीत का नहीं कोई होश। खिलाड़ियों का हो कारवां, खुशियों की एक नई दास्तां।
प्ले स्टेशन है दिल का राजा, विघ्नेश के बिना सब सूना लगता। शैतानी और मस्ती का मेल, घूमता फिरता प्यारा ये खेल। प्ले स्टेशन है दिल का राजा, विघ्नेश के बिना सब सूना लगता। शैतानी और मस्ती का मेल, घूमता फिरता प्यारा ये खेल।
Good evening, one and all. We're here at the Rajiv Gandhi International Cricket Stadium.
Wins the toss.
Hello and welcome. We're here at the Rajiv Gandhi International Cricket Stadium.
Certainly a good toss to win. You would have batted every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Certainly feels like there are a lot of runs in this pitch.
Players making their way out. It's a great crowd in today with plenty of atmosphere around this ground. Plenty of wickets on offer and runs. Batters and bowlers are in the game. And there's some quality players in both teams. So I'm expecting an even contest. Let's see what happens. Onto that early. That could be 4.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Thick edge. Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. Big edge. Where's that going? Delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Doesn't beat the infield. Head drills that one away. That'll be 4 more to the tally.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important, just focus on getting the next delivery right. Brilliant diving stop. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
End of the first and an exceptional start. Some big shots early on. Can build some momentum easily off that over.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the Shivyal Yadav end. Beats the field with a great shot.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Poor ball there. The keeper looks back as the ball hits the boundary. 5 wides and an extra ball for the batting team. Cuts that off well in the infield. Drilled that one away.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Gill, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Bang! Bolt! Just stunning bowling.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Kishan ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Perfectly timed. Can't get that outside the ring field. Five runs added there. Hyderabad 33 for 1.
Dropped off after such an amazing start, but they're still going very strong after the third over.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Clipped away neatly off the pads. Should get 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that. How will he reply?
Finds the fielder with that shot. Got that away nicely.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Was quick onto that in the infield. 8 runs added there. Hyderabad a 41 for 1.
They're setting up the middle order to really attack the later overs.
SRH from the VVS Laxman end. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Couldn't get it through the field. Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the rope. That's a brute of a maximum.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
SRH shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs. Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot.
That'll... Sharma from the Shivyal Yadav end. Krishna, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Edged, unplayable. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Couldn't get it through the field. And that ends the power play. The captain with a bit more freedom in the field now.
Outstanding job. They read all the bowler's variations. Combination of precision and power. Tremendous power play.
Khan, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the VVS Laxman end.
A bit more balance brought to the field now as the captain swings the changes.
Finds the middle, but won't find the boundary.
I like this field choice. A good move, I'd say.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Yeah, they've held that. Brilliant work in the deep. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket.
He's got their tail up.
The bowler looks really confident. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on, will collect that one though. That's the over. Hyderabad, a 65 for 2.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
This field's looking for more balance between attack and defence.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Timed perfectly down the pitch. Oh, but crashes into the bowler's stumps. Pretty unlucky there. They should be able to get a single out of it, though. No, no, no. Terrible shot. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Khan from the VVS Laxman end. Massive outside edge. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Great shot through the gap.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Got that away nicely. Oh my, that's racing away.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Gujarat needs this sort of rhythm to be maintained. A good over.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Sai Kishore, the left armour, is coming into the attack from the Shivyal Yadav end. Got down and rolled the wrist beautifully. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Swept away, but finds the fielder. Smacks that away through the gap.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Edge, but it drops safely. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. It's going a long way. What a shot.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs.
I'm liking the look of this field. If the bowlers stick to their plans, it should be tough to score, but they still have some protection.
Over, Hyderabad are 88 for 2. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Oh, great shot, but not going to beat the fielder. Goes over the top with that shot.
quickly into position, and a very successful sweep brought that boundary.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. That's the over. Hyderabad, a 95 for 2. Sai Kishore from the Shivyal Yadav end. Bowled. Oh, no luck at all there on that one.
This is a great wicket to take. Just look to be building a solid innings and at a really good run rate. Perfect time to take a wicket.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Straight to the fielder.
I like these changes in the field. It'll be interesting to see how the batters adjust.
Drilled that one away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. A roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Edged it. Two boundaries in a row. Time to focus. Back to line and length. Klassen edges it, but it finds the gap. Looks like they were late on that shot there.
Nearly got through them. Just got onto it in time with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
Can he come back with a dot ball?
Cuts that off well in the infield. Tries to flick it past backward square, but that'll be an easy catch. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
The new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Verma ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Doesn't beat the infield. Edge, but it drops safely. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Perfectly timed. Gujarat needs this sort of rhythm to be maintained. A good over.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Sundar, the spinner, coming into the attack. Missed it. That was a chance. They've gone up here.
That's a real shame. It was a brilliant innings, was heading for something special. Good wicket to take at this stage.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Couldn't get it through the field. Got that away nicely.
Timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. The boundary the moment it hit the bat.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. That is a beautiful front foot shot. No point in chasing that one.
what else do they have in their bag of tricks? Just not much seems to be working at the moment. End of the over. 9 off it. Hyderabad are 126 for 5. Sai Kishore from the Shivyal Yadav end. No. Terrible shot. Edge, but just out of the arm's reach of the fielder and the ball races away.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Edge, but it drops safely. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. End of the over. 7 off it. Hyderabad are 133 for 5.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the VVS Laxman end. Got that away nicely.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Square cut, finds point, no run. This could be trouble. And straight to deep mid-wicket. Easy catch in the end. Didn't have to really move at all. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled, and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Edge, amazing delivery. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. 6 off it. Hyderabad are 139 for 6. The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the Shivyal Yadav end. Sharma over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Yeah, they've held that. Brilliant work in the deep. Out! What a screamer.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Finds the fielder with that shot. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Krishna from the VVS Laxman end. Bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get 4.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Jeez, timed that well.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and have been put away.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Got that away nicely. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough. Head coming in.
Brilliant diving stop. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Oh, wow. That is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
Hit that so hard. Press. Forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. End of the over. 8 off it. Gujarat are 8 for none.
First over complete, and a good start for the batters.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. There's a chance if it hits. Misses everything. Late cut, straight to the fielder. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Smacks that away through the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Nearly gets the edge. Sharmi with a great delivery there. That's the over. Gujarat, 13 for none. Right arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the VVS Laxman end. Perfectly timed.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Wow, that's missed a lot.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Beats the field with a great shot.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
This has been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. The runs are flowing very easily now. Oh, that's a great shot early on, wide of cover, and that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary though.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle.
3 overs gone, and this excellent first half of the power play has put them in a strong position early on.
Bowl. Stunning delivery.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. End of the over. One from it. Gujarat, 31 for 1. Patel, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the VVS Laxman end. Saw that early. No one's catching that. That's a great shot.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Good contest here. At the moment, 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Straight to the fielder. Needs a direct hit. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Shami from the Shivyal Yadav end. Just opened the face of the bat really well. That's through the infield. That'll be 4 more.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing, out of the middle and raced to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Around about off stump. That'll force a mistake. Good shot. A beauty.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
That's just silly. The power on that shot is incredible. That's the sort of shot you want to see at a cricket match.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Cracking shot, over pitch and got what it deserved. That's 4 more.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. No, no, no. Terrible shot. End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle. Going with pace now. Doesn't beat the infield. Drilled that one away. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Watched it closely out of the hand and hammered that slower ball away to the boundary.
Butler has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch. Smacks that away through the gap.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. 11 runs added there. Gujarat 70 for 1.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
The slow left armour is coming on to bowl from the Shivyal Yadav end. Power and precision in that shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Unadkat shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Gone. Superb catch. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
That was a blistering knock right on top of the bowling. Tried once too many times. The show ends, but they'll receive a warm reception from the crowd.
It's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Bowler and fielders look really confident. over the infield with a cracking shot.
Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Unadkat will be disappointed with that previous delivery, not up to their normal standards. Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Beats the field with a great shot.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
10 runs added in that over. Gujarat are 80 for 2.
You wouldn't have thought the power play was over by the way the batters have kept going on with it. They're well above the required rate.
Cummins from the VVS Laxman end. Great shot through the gap. Can't get that outside the ring field. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Square cut, finds point, no run. Nice shot, but straight to gully. End of the over, 7 runs coming from it. Gujarat are 87 for 2. Head over the ball, great shot, that's racing away.
Clipped way off the pads. What a shot for 4.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. The bowler looks really confident.
Great shorter ball. Well played though. Didn't flinch and was able to leave the ball comfortably. That's the end of the short stuff for this over.
misses everything. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Finds the fielder with that shot. Nine runs added in that over. Gujarat a 96 for 2.
They've done well. Sometimes after the power play, the run rate can drop a bit, but the batters have kept up the intent they had early on, and this run chase looks secure.
Big edge, where's that going?
Nearly got through them, just got onto it in time, and with enough bat speed to pick up 4.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Oh my word, that is huge. Middle, that's a monster of a shot.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Couldn't get it through the field. Edged it. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Oh, that's a biggie. Oh, that is huge. All the way for a maximum. And it's gone many rows deep.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
End of the over. Gujarat 113 for 2.
You wouldn't have thought the power play was over by the way the batters have kept going on with it. They're well above the required rate.
Onto that early, that could be 4. Trouble. Oh, great run out.
So that's the third wicket down, trudging off the field. They're well and truly into the middle order now.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. Four runs added there. Gujarat are 117 for 3. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Waits for it, crack, and that looks to be 4.
Starting to hit their stride. Fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Well, that's just a classic cover drive. Beautiful to watch. Great sound off the bat, and that's 4 more.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure.
Head over the ball, great shot. That's racing away. "13 runs added there. Gujarat are 130 for 3.
They've batted really well this middle block of overs. They've had a perfect mix of precision and aggression, and their reward is to be well ahead of the required run rate.
TATA waited on that and guides it down to 3rd. Fielder coming around may stop it before the boundary.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
And caught. That's just superb. Super catch.
It's another wicket, the 4th now. Sometimes you've just got to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, so I want to show everyone their strength. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
That was a lovely flowing drive through the covers to pick up the 4.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Straight to the fielder. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over.
That was a solid shot, really well played. Ball was dropped just a little shorter, and a great shot off the back foot. How will he reply?
Got that away nicely. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Brilliant shot. That's one for the crowd.
That's a brilliantly timed shot off the back foot. It just flew to the boundary for 6.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? Gets onto the back foot quickly, and that has just flown.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Brilliant shot there.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? End of the over, and what a beauty it was. Say what you want about the bowling, but you still have to hit them. Majestic batting.
They had a great foundation early on, and they've carried it forward to make a big total.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Oh, nicely done. That's gone fine. May well be 4. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Great shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Rutherford has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Just 2 to win.
$11 runs added there. Gujarat for 169 for 4.
They've batted really well this middle block of overs. They've had a perfect mix of precision and aggression, and their reward is to be well ahead of the required run rate. 1 to get for 50. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again. They need one to win.
Finds the edge. Yeah, they've gone up here. There's no debate about that one. Out. Nicely done by the keeper.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings. Doesn't beat the infield. Nice shot, cut away, running towards the boundary. That'll take some chasing.
It didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us again real soon.